Hey guys, I have a short video for you today. I am attempting the impossible, which is to try and have some video up every day, and obviously not every video will be a full process video of an art journal spread or a scrapbooking layout, but I am gonna try. So no harm in trying. This one today is a short video, and I didn't have a lot of time to create, and this is one of those things that are really fun to paint and just, get some paint on paper without having to think too much. So I am just painting my two small palettes that I have going at the moment, and just sketching it roughly with a pencil. You can see it's very inaccurate, especially the smaller palette on the left side, which has half pans, and then in my journal they are in reality the small one is on the right, and the one with the full or whole pans is on the left. And yeah, it's not about being accurate. So I'm just swatching these, and I think this is actually a really nice thing to have in your journal for reference, because I think for a lot of people their palette changes, especially if they use a limited palette. So it probably changes with time, and it's just a good idea to have it documented for easy reference, and also to just remind yourself of the paints in your palette. So I talked about both of these and my color choices. I think I talked quite a bit about them in my travel kit video, and yeah, I love all the colors in the palette, but I can recognize that some are a bit redundant and some are just too similar, and that's probably because I really like them and I like those shades. And mostly I have here, I think, a couple of pinks that are pretty similar, and I think I need to reconsider just switching some of them. So what I am discovering the more I paint is that I'm okay with painting from half pans, but since I typically paint very loosely without a lot of detail, I do like using the whole pans. But it's not like a deal breaker for me. So I think I will aspire to make a palette that probably combines whole pans and half pans, so I can fit more pans into the box, but have the luxury of a few colors in larger pans. And yeah, I'm just painting here. I'm using my travel brush. This one is number 10 round Escoda Versatile, and it's a lovely size and it has a nice point. I have a very similar one also from Escoda, but from their Perla line, which I find myself using a little bit more. It's just a bit it has a little bit, it's not as soft, I feel, as the Versatile hairs, the brush hairs. It's just a little bit firmer, and I find that it just works a little bit better for me, I think. I'm really getting those painting miles under my belt, and there's no other way to really discovering, what you like, what works for you, besides painting. But, not every day I have the time to sit down and think about what I want to paint. And I've done the washes on a piece of paper and just letting colors flow. I've done that so many times. I have a huge pile of paper that is just you know, blotches of paint. And while I can appreciate the benefits of those playtimes, you know, it's just a little bit easier, I think, to have some sort of purpose. And I want a journal that when it's done, it won't be just, you know, one watercolor stain after another. I've done that, and I feel like I'm ready to just put a little bit more thought, not necessarily more time, but because I do have very limited time, unfortunately, to create. But not unfortunately, because, you know, life happens, and it's all good, and, you know, family and that sort of thing takes its time, and, you know, it's important to have a balance. But my point is that like many people, I am also very busy, and I just think I want to have a journal that is just a little bit more you know, intentional, and not just putting paint on paper. So this is one example of something that is easy but still serves a purpose. Anyway, this was not that everything has to have a purpose, but, you know, sometimes the purpose is just to relax, which is a very valuable purpose, I would say, very worthy purpose. For me, art and craft is total therapy. And yeah, so I just enjoyed adding some paint to my paper and seeing what I have on my palette. Thanks for watching. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.